This morning, we've been discussing the major shakeup to the country's political and legal landscape following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The latest survey from NPR, PBS NewsHour, and Marist shows 55% of registered voters say they oppose the court's decision, although the majority of Republicans say they support the ruling. Joining us now, former Republican counsel for the House Oversight Committee, Sophia Nelson. She's the author of the new book entitled Be the One You Need, 21 Life Lessons I Learned Taking Care of Everyone But Me. I love that. Can't wait to talk about it. I want to talk politics and the law first, but we'll get to the book for sure. Sophia, I'd love to get your reaction to the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, and also what you think Democrats can do to bring Republican women to their side, at least to vote in the next several elections.
Oh, well, that's a great question, Mika, and thanks for having me. As you know, I was a Republican woman for a really long time and became a never-Trumper. And I consider myself pro-life, but I am appalled at the Supreme Court's decision because I'm pro-liberty first. And I think that there's a hypocrisy going on that the Democrats are going to have to be very clear and very straightforward with the American people about, which is how can people say they don't want to wear masks, they don't want to take vaccines, you're hurting my body, you're taking away my liberty, but then you want to take away a woman's right to have autonomy over her own body. And I think the Democrats are going to have to make that case. And that's how you bring moderate, independent Republican women like myself over to the Democrat side. But the Democrats are going to have to get a lot tougher and a lot meaner and a lot more clear, or they just may lose this fight.
And we just spoke to Jamie Harrison a couple hours ago on this show, and he made that exact point, that this is going to be central to their message in the midterm elections. As you said, you were never Trumper right from the beginning. We talked to Tim Miller also early in the show, who's written an entire book about all the people he knows who came up through Republican politics, the old way, conventional establishment Republicans, who when Donald Trump came along, he didn't recognize him. What have you seen among your friends? What do they say now, even after we've seen clear evidence for the last 2.5 weeks of an attempted coup against the country by Donald Trump and other members of Congress? Are the people you know still hanging in on that?
I think that it's moving the needle, the hearings. I think the hearing today will be very interesting to see what that does. But I grew up in the era of Jack Kemp, Christy Todd Whitman, Tom Ridge, George Herbert Walker Bush. I worked for him, Pete Wilson, when he was a senator. Those Republicans don't exist anymore. So I think that the people like me have left the party. They've become independent. They're gone. They don't have to be converted. But I see a lot of people that are still making excuses or saying it was Donald Trump and he's the problem, which is what I suspect, Willie, they're going to do. They're going to push this off on Trump. They're going to get rid of him, by the way. He's not going to be the nominee. I'm saying that here.
Why do you say that?
I just think that he's too damaged. I think DeSantis is the guy to watch. He's a different kind of Trump. He's a more clever, not as scary kind of Trump, depending on how you see it. But I think that people think we can fix this just by getting rid of Trump. He's not the problem. He was the Pied Piper. This has been brewing since 2010. And the Supreme Court just kind of really, I think, codified how bad it really is.
Absolutely. And Sophia, just before we get to the book, you said Democrats need to get tougher. I think I'm going to agree with you, but tell us how. Like, what would, if you were advising Democrats for the midterms, for the next election, what would they need to focus on? How would they need to say it?
Well, you know, Mika, think about it like this. Mitch McConnell is the minority leader in the Senate, and look at how powerful he still is. The gun legislation is a perfect example. Democrats capitulated and said, well, we got to get something. The Democrats have shown themselves, particularly this president, to want to be bipartisan and outreach. They need to stop that. They need to get mean, just like Mitch McConnell and the Republicans, and realize they're in the majority. They have the House and the Senate and the White House. They need to start acting like it, and they're not. And that would be my advice. Start leading like you're the leader. Start governing like you're the majority, particularly in light of Roe. I think it's going to galvanize women, particularly younger women. You have daughters, I have nieces. This is a big issue for them, and they're not happy about it.
It certainly is. So let's get to your book. It is, I love it. You write in part this: as I reflect on this work, I wanted to do more than just dispense advice. Instead, what I've tried to do with these life lessons is to give you a window into my life human to human, a window that allows you to see what happens when we do not face our life traumas or our past, a window into the stumbles we all make in life and the recoveries that are still possible if we will just practice good self-care. A window that may have given you glimpses into yourself and in so doing inspired you to make better life choices and break free of the often painful bonds of toxic family ties, broken relationships, shattered dreams, or disappointments, whatever it is that holds you captive, stuck in place, or feeling like you just can't catch your breath. My challenge for you is to live. And tell me more about why you decided to write the book. It seems to me also that you're saying, like, address things, you know, so that you can really move forward honestly. A lot of people practice avoidance because it's easier.
Well, two things. First, I want to say thank you to you and Know Your Value for featuring everything I do and for having me on. That means a lot to me. Sisterhood matters.
Of course.
But I think, Mika, that it was COVID for me. COVID was a wake-up call. I got COVID not once but twice, as you know, and I was very sick the first time, deathly sick the first time. I have damage to my heart. I have damage to my lungs. I don't look like it, but I've had to work on that over the last 2 years. And so it makes you consider your mortality when you're laying there and you're thinking, have I done the things I want? Am I living? The three questions: what do I want? What do I need? How am I feeling? And this isn't just a book for women. It's for men. It's for all of us. We all feel it. We're all worried. We're fearful. We're angry. There's this new eruption of violence. Our political discourse is toxic, and we all feel it. Workplace burnout, you name it. And so I am trying to give the benefit of 55 years of age now. I hate to admit that, but it's true. And I know some things to be true now, Mika, just as you do. We know because we've lived, and we want to share that because hopefully people will do better and they'll learn from our mistakes, our stumbles, and our triumphs. And they'll live better lives, deeper self-care, not superficial.
55 as well, Catty K.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with being over 50, right, Mika? None of us.
Nope.
Think that's a
We all
problem.
look really good, by the way. We do. We're awesome.
That's true.
We're fine.
That's
We are.
true.
Thank
Sophia,
you,
what
Willie.
does it look like? What does it look like in practice? Because I think a lot of
Yes.
people have come out of COVID like you, thinking it is time for a reset. They've realized they didn't like the whole setup of 24/7 in offices that necessarily didn't work for us. But what does it look like in practice, this self-care? How can people actually do it?
Well, Catty, it's good to see you. And Catty's one of my book endorsers, as is Mika, Sisterhood again.